Bro, we've been paying for thumbnails now. We gotta come into this channel with a new energy, my man. Hold on. How are you? Who am I? Nightingale. Welcome to this video. Yeah, we can work with that. Let's work with that. Anyway, FNAF! Where you been? Man, it's been a year since you dropped Help Wanted 2. And then you go on, drop into the pit. I haven't played it yet, but now we got this Secret of the Mimic trailer, and then you go and drop all this information at PAX West, and I gotta talk about it because I am so excited and a little concerned. Watch all the way to the end of this video, like, comment, and subscribe! And if you hear static, no, not that one, in the back, my lawn is being cut right now, so there's really absolutely nothing I can do. I got work in a couple, so I gotta, like, wrap this video up as soon as I can and go, because the grind never stops. Back to this. So people are at PAX West, and they are playing this game like crazy. Like, nobody is able to post anything about it, so instead, I gotta read some stuff, and, let me just say something real quick. We are obviously... Who's texting me? We are obviously going to be talking about Secret of the Mimic a lot. There's a lot here to talk about, and I am very excited for this game. Of course, I'm going to be playing it in VR, because the last time I played a FNAF game in VR, it was one of the most harrowing and exciting experiences I've had on this channel, and it was the start of this channel, you know, let's be real. The first couple of videos on this channel was me playing Help Wanted 2, and it was fun. I had the time of my life, and I would love to do that again with a much scarier looking game, because FNAF Help Wanted 2 is a bit of a comedy. I cannot lie. Speaking of comedies, you know what's really funny? Is this Poppy Playtime? Secret of the Mimic is taking place inside of a toy factory. Sodom will feature a long-limbed antagonist that attacks you. Not only does she attack you, it's an event! Hello? If you know me well enough, you know how much I really love Poppy Playtime. I love the gameplay, the story, the mechanics, the characters. I love every part of it, and it is a fun franchise. But it is, of course, always shadowed by FNAF. Like, everyone will constantly tell me, dude, Poppy Playtime's mid, Poppy Playtime's for kids, Poppy Playtime is this, Poppy Playtime is that. When, realistically, Poppy Playtime is over all of these franchises in every regard. I'm not even, like, that's not even a debate for me. FNAF will always have a special place in my heart. As a kid, I was obsessed with FNAF, and if you go on and watch this channel, you will see that come forth. But Poppy Playtime is kind of like my childhood with FNAF, but through adulthood. Like, I love this franchise, and it is always forever overshadowed by Bendy, FNAF. People say Hello Neighbor is a better franchise than this solely because they saw a Poppy Playtime plushie over at Target. I will forever love FNAF, and I will forever thank FNAF for everything it has done for horror indie gaming. Like, FNAF is an era, but Poppy Playtime to me is the first indie horror game to finally do something that's not FNAF. It literally, I will say, combined the ideas of Bendy and FNAF and molded it into its own franchise with its own ideas and its own mechanics, and I truly will forever love that. I feel like as a community, we should come together and just enjoy the fact that an indie horror game is as successful as FNAF in any regard. So yes, I love Poppy Playtime, and I'm just making a point here. It's a little funny how similar these games are, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Poppy Playtime is the same as FNAF. Not true at all. FNAF is a sitting in an office simulator. Poppy Playtime is a free roam game. FNAF is animatronics. Poppy Playtime is literally sewn together kids to make monsters. Like, they are kids, like, turn into amalgamation creatures. They are not robots. They are people. Yeah, the list goes on and on. But back to Secret of the Mimic. Sorry. The player is put in the manager's office of a toy factory. One of the walls in the room is broken, which takes the player into a small room where the player finds and winds a music box that is seen in the Secret of the Mimic teaser. A Jack-in-the-Box character named Jackie is revealed. The player then takes a crank to open a door in the office. Once open, it leads to a hallway leading to a small room with staff bots. Okay. Sorting the mail. The player then finds a generator that connects to the door. The player must pull a starter cord to turn on the generator. As the generator activates, Jackie enters and trashes the room. The room then opens. The player must try and find it. I cannot read. The player must try to hide in a vent, but it breaks under the player, ending the level. Okay. As I correctly assume, I think when I watched this trailer, I don't remember if I did a reaction to it, to be honest, but when I watched this trailer, I knew this wasn't the Mimic. I felt like it was a really odd look, and obviously the eyes did not match the bulbousy eyes of the Mimic. Obviously, you could change a light bulb, but I did not think this character was the Mimic, and obviously I was correct. This is a character named Jackie, who is obviously going to be an antagonist role in the idea of this little Faz Fest little thing we have in this toy factory. My biggest take from this game so far, before we get into the talk about the chase, I'm very interested to see in what this game has to do with the toy factory, because you could have just said this has something to do with a festival between Henry and William, but never in the games has there been established a toy factory or a factory that manufactures all the products that we see in both Help Wanted games, because obviously both Help Wanted games have prizes that we can win that show us that, yes, toys were being manufactured, and I guess in FNAF 4, characters did have items that were toys, so I guess we have to see where this goes. Again, very poppy Playtime, but, let's move on. Let's just get it out of my head. Back to this. Beginning after the events of the last level, the player ends up in a deeper part of the factory. Jackie is trailing the player until they get into an elevator, which kind of reminds me of Ruin, which, when activated, will start the chase. During the chase, the player must crouch through vents and pull levers. Jackie's hands can also be seen slamming in the walls to the right and left of the player. The player escapes from Jackie through a hole in the floor. The player then climbs through a vent while listening to a music box remix heard in the Secret of the Mimic teaser. The level and demo end with Jackie finding the player in the vent, grabbing them, and then the vent falling again. Huh. Okay. Sure. So, of course, my friends, I'm very excited for this. Again, I'm going to be playing in VR, and it seems like it's going to be a gritty and different experience from any FNAF game we have played. It seems like adding the VR is really going to make or break this experience so far, because I cannot imagine just playing this on a controller. But again, I really like having that accessibility for people who don't have a $600 VR, because let's face it, VRs are getting a little too expensive. No idea what that's about. But again, I'm very excited for this. Let's drop the VR prices so people can experience this game in full. I'm very excited. I'm also very excited for Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, eventually. But again, thank you so much for watching this video, and as I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I love each and every one of you, and let me know what you think down below. Your thoughts on Secret of the Mimic. What are your theories? What are your intentions with the game? What do you think is going to happen? I'm very excited. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot of information that's still being released. So again, see you all next time. Let me know what you think. Peace out.